Good evening, friends. It's Rick from Unity of Royal Oak, and we're getting ready to do the meditation here on Wednesday night. I'm doing it from my office at the church. Sometimes I come here because it's quiet and it helps me feel connected to the folks who typically would come to Wednesday night. Now, the interesting thing to me is we're reaching many more people than we were before, maybe 30 or 40 so total, and between live and archive. So I'm grateful that you're there. And I love the energy of meditating together. And I do know that we are live on both YouTube and Facebook. And I know that on Facebook we tend to get some more interaction, so that's an awesome thing. And I invite you to post your comments and things. I can't read them tonight. Someday I can do that, but not right now. So I just verified that everything is running, and I am grateful, like I said, for your presence. One of the things that has been most amazing for me during this time of this pandemic that we have been dealing with for about 12 weeks now is how connected Unity of Royal Oak remains. And I realize that there are some exceptions. Some people we're trying to keep track of people and call them, but for the most part, people are connected. So if there's some way that I can support you or encourage you or pray with you, I'm happy to do it. And give me a call here, leave me a message at the church, I'll get back to you. Or send me a text. Most of you have my phone number. Send me a text. Send me a Facebook message, and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. All right, it's Wednesday night. It's about 7 o'clock in a few seconds, and it's time for our meditation. And a lot of people wonder, what is meditation? And there are many, many, many definitions. The working definition that I like is focused thinking. Early on, when I began to meditate, Jack Bolin did a class on meditation, and I went home and dutifully sat down on my floor and with my back straight, and I put on some quiet music, and I took some deep breaths, and I attempted to not think. Well, of course, the moment you introduce the idea into the mind to not think, then every manner of thing comes up. So for many years I chanted, and one night we'll try that again. I've done it. I don't know how to work via the stream, but we'll try it. I chanted for many years because I couldn't quiet my mind. Well, then someone said to me, Rick, the idea isn't to not think, it's to think, to focus your thinking. So I share that with you. And one of the ways that I learned to focus my thinking, well, first I'll tell you about that initial then meditation. His friend said, imagine that you're sitting on the bottom of an aquarium. It's full of water, full of fish, seaweed, all of it. You can magically breathe in the water, and you are just sitting there on the bottom of the aquarium, and the aeration pump is running that puts oxygen in the water. And so think of the bubble that comes by as a thought. It comes from the bottom and it just comes up. And then if you don't grab it and hang on to it, just let it go. Well, I got that right away. I mean, it made sense to me to just notice the thought coming and then letting it go. So a similar image that's useful for me, and I offer it for you, I just share what has worked for me. Other people share what works for them. Is to imagine life like this, the train of thoughts of my thoughts being like a river with leaves in it. And every leaf is a thought. Now the leaf is just going to go by in the current. It's going to come from where it comes from, and it's going to be here a moment, and it's going to go. Unless and until I grab it and pick it up. So the idea behind meditation is to just Sometimes I observe the stream of thoughts going into my mind. More often than not, I bring myself back to the focus of focused thinking with my breath. And it's probably the most basic kind of meditation. There are others, many, 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 many kinds. They all work. Do the one that works for you. And if you haven't found one, try others. Some people do amazingly beautiful guided meditations. I have in the past. I have not been guided to do any recently like that, but we do a mini guided meditation into the silence. And I also want you to know that you can meditate in a noisy space with your eyes wide open. And that takes some practice, but again, it's about focused thinking. If you're just in a rhythm with the divine presence, you can be aware of that rhythm, aware of that presence, doesn't matter what's going on around you. So I meditate in every line that I wait in. At the grocery store, although I have to watch because I'm watching to make sure that I'm 6 feet from other people. But I just kind of go through every time I'm in a line at my credit union, waiting for my haircut the other day, sitting in my car in the parking lot waiting to be called in. I drop into the zone. So the zone is that place in meditation where I feel that connection with spirit, connection with all that is. I often love the affirmation, I am one with the one, because it means that I am at one with the one, with all that is. I am one with that. I'm part of it. It's part of me. And that's a beautiful feeling. So we usually begin, and I'm going to begin tonight, by inviting people to first to relax. And a good way to start that is to imagine that you can scan your body, just like a laser beam, just scanning your body. So begin at the bottoms of your feet. Move your toes if you can, and flex your feet, your ankles. But then begin that scan and allow that laser beam, that relaxation beam, if you will, to touch every major muscle group. So beginning the scan at your feet, up your ankles, the calves, and your shins, then your knees. And now the big muscles in your thighs, the glutes, your buttocks and thigh muscles, the ones that propel us. As you think of them, as that laser touches them, they relax. They just relax. Its only purpose is to drain away any tension that might be there. So allow that to happen. Continue to scan up your body, your waist area, the small of the back, abdominal area, the solar plexus, the mid-back area, up between your shoulder blades. The shoulders are amazing. And I appreciate them more because I've had in the past some shoulder challenges. So grateful for my shoulders that work beautifully and amazingly. And now up the pectoral area, your pectoral muscles. And then allow your attention to move to your shoulders and upper arms. As you notice them, this laser scan is allowing them to relax. Now the elbows and your forearms, wrists and fingers. Everything is just relaxing, just kind of loose and here, fully present, no stress, no tension. And I know we've all had about as much stress and tension as we think we can deal with, and yet one of the reasons why I meditate is because I can deal with more. When I meditate, I can deal with more. So it's probably the most powerful single spiritual tool that I know. The Fillmores, our co-founders, Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, talked about spending time in the silence. In the silence, in it, with it. Reverend Paulette Pipe, our keeper of the flame at Unity Worldwide Ministries, she talks about resting in the stillness of the silence. By the way, if you're looking for a good meditation, just search Paulette Pipe on YouTube. You'll find a bunch of her meditations to listen to, and they're powerful. So we continue the scan, now coming up the throat area. So it's where we speak our truth. We speak our word from the throat. And then the chin, allow it to relax. all the little muscles in your face, your nose, your lips. Wiggle them. Nobody's looking. You're looking at me, but I don't care. It's all right. And allow yourself to now move to the back of the neck and come up, relaxing the shoulders, the back of your neck, flex it up to the crown of your head, the crown chakra. Allow that crown chakra to just imagine that it's fully open, like the lens of a camera. And now, I want you to take a really deep breath. I'm going to start, like imagine that you can take a breath through the bottoms of your feet. So breathe in through the bottoms of your feet and bring it up your body. Bring it up, 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 and out through the crown chakra. Just let that move through you and back into circulation. Let's do that again. Take a deep breath, starting at the bottoms of your feet. And then breathe in, draw it up, 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 and out, and out. One more time. Deep breath in. From the bottoms of your feet, breathe it in, pulling it up, energy up, 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 up through the body, up and out through the head, through the crown, and out. And now allow your attention to be on your breath without forcing your breath to do any particular thing. Just notice it now. Notice that there's nothing that you need to do to breathe. It happens. It happens. There's a gentleman I know whose name is Amitabh, and he sings a song called Let Life Do You. Just like our breath will just happen if we let it. Life happens. It does. In the most amazing way. And now I'm going to start some music. I like to use music because it helps keep me a bit distracted. This music is from Reverend Gregory Barrett. Used to be my boss, still a friend. It's called Heart of Oneness, and I use it with his permission. So take a deep breath in, sigh it out. Another deep breath in, sigh it out. Another deep breath in, and sigh it out. And now let your breathing assume its normal pace and rhythm. However you are breathing, follow your very next breath inward. And again, follow the next breath inward to that place within you where the Christ, the Shekinah El, the I Am, or whatever you call it, where it resides in you. And allow yourself to drift now with the music. Let it carry you. And as you open your mind to receive what I call a download from Spirit, sometimes it's a message, sometimes just a feeling of connection and oneness. However it's showing up for you tonight, it's perfect. Right where you are, it's perfect. So now allow yourself again to just drift with the music, supported wherever you are sitting or lying down. Supported completely in your evolving spiritual life. For you are an evolving being, just like I am. And we are evolving in consciousness. And in this moment, we establish a consciousness of openness and deep connection. Should you hear any noise that interrupts your focus, just bring yourself back to the breath. Take a deep breath in, sigh it out, and you will be right back in the rhythm of this meditation. There are some powerful energies moving on our planet right now. I'm very sensitive to energy and I can feel it. It's probably the combination of the solstice and the annular eclipse coming. I can also feel your energy. I invite you to let it flow easily. And follow your next breath inward, deeper, deeper into this meditation as you turn within, leaving the world around you for a moment. Remember that if you hear any sound that disturbs you, simply bring your attention back to your breath. If anything should disturb you, just allow your attention to come back to your breath and the rhythm of your breathing to bring you right back into this place of sweet communion. Again, should any noise disturb your meditation, just bring your mind gently back to focus on your breathing. And while we are still in this meditation, with our eyes closed and our hearts and our minds open, I invite you to call to mind any person, situation, place, experience that you are aware is in need of healing. For we are energy beings, and when we meditate, we draw an incredible amount of energy to ourselves, and tonight it seems stronger than usual. So call to mind that person, place, or thing, or experience, or situation, maybe even a group of people, and bathe them with the light, the love, the energy that's flowing out so freely right now in this moment. Bless them. Bless that experience, that person. And now shine that blessing light on yourself. Shine it on you. Is there any place in your body, in your world, in your affairs, in your thinking, in your emotions, that you are looking for healing? And hear this, will you be made whole? Will you accept your healing? Accept it now. With a deep breath, sigh it out with a grateful heart. And now let us join together in prayer and in meditation. Let's bathe our country in the light and the love of God. And let's imagine in our minds we have a dial, a speaker knob, and we can turn down the intensity of the divisiveness that many of us are experiencing. And as that becomes less, we see that the peacefulness, the tranquility, the oneness rises. For we cannot serve two masters. And let us also pray for our leadership at every level. Political leaders at the city and county and state, national levels. Our business leaders, faith leaders. And now let us imagine the world, our entire world, bathed in a healing balm. Just imagine that it is coating everything with a sense of profound peace and an awareness of our oneness. And now I invite you to speak into your space. Speak aloud the name of anyone that you know is looking for prayer or that you are holding in prayer. And now I invite you to begin to return, to begin to slowly drift back to this time and place, to wherever you are seated or lying down, whatever is the perfect place for you, whatever time of day it is. I know some are catching this live and some will catch the archives. Now just notice your breath as you breathe in and then exhale. Follow that breath back outward. First we turned within, and now we turn back to look at the world around us, but we are different. We've taken a few minutes to hit the reset button, to plug in, as Mr. Fillmore would say, to connect with headquarters, to check in with headquarters. I love the way he would say that. It's amazing. Grateful, grateful, grateful. So just when you're ready, and you can rest there for a moment. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and be here right now. I want to share with you a couple of things. Unity World Headquarters and Unity Worldwide Ministries and Unity World Headquarters at Unity Village are sponsoring a prayer vigil. And I want to read to you what it says. So I'm going to look at the website here. And I've got this posted on our Facebook page. I think Kim has it up on our website, and if not, we'll get it up there in the morning. By the way, she has a gig tonight. She's in Mount Clemens, so I'm here doing music and tech support, and it's all good. So this is a prayer vigil that starts, it's called Embrace Humanity. It's a 24-hour virtual prayer vigil. It's join us in prayer to support a more equitable world. Who doesn't want that? We all do. And what they've written is, prayer is not a substitute for action. It is the silent partner of action. Charles Roth said that. Are you feeling called to stand with our African American and Black brothers and sisters to take action to support people of color and to make the world more just? That sounds like me anyway. I think it sounds like you too. Are you not sure what is the next right step? What your next right step might be? In Unity, we know that prayer is the important first step that leads to inspired action. So it isn't just about praying. Let me pray for you. Yeah. Let me pray to get myself in a place to be centered and aware of my mouth and what I'm going to say. Let me pray, and then from that place of deep connection with Spirit, then let me take action. So this is going to happen from Friday, the 26th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It's a 7 p.m. Standard Time, but 8 p.m. Eastern Time through Saturday at 7 o'clock, Saturday at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. And I love this. It says, to support the calls for sweeping social change, we invite you to a powerful online prayer event. You can sign up for a 30-minute slot. You can just allocate some time for yourself. I would love to know that you're taking part. So if you can, send me an email to ric@unityofroyaloak.org. That's ric@unityofroyaloak.org. And I invite you to go to our website at unityofroyaloak.org. You'll find all the various Zoom meetings we have going on, all of the activities that we currently have online. We also are in the middle of taking a survey of our constituency, our congregation, which is far-flung these days, about our next steps back towards Sunday service in person. And I've gotten some good feedback from the survey. A number of people have taken it, about 63 so far. The board is going to use this information. We'll be looking at how do we safely reopen, and yes, we will keep all of the suggested CDC and other guidelines. You can be assured of that because they're designed. We are not experts here, but we want your input. We want to know what your feelings are. So we would love you to take the survey. There's a link on our Facebook page that came in the special e-news that went out yesterday, and the one last week. Many have taken it, and it'll go in tomorrow night's e-news again. So please look for the link, take it, it's online. If you don't have access to do it online, Kathy Jo has compiled a list of people that she knows need a hard copy. We have already mailed those out. And if you'll call here to the church, 248-288-3550, press option 1 for the reception desk and leave a message that you would like a survey mailed to you. Of course, leave us your name and leave us your phone number in case we don't have you in the database. All right. Also, when you're at our website, you can make a contribution. We're so grateful for your faithfulness. And it says to me that you're believing in principle and you're standing in principle. So we appreciate your support, which allows us to continue to be here, because everything we're doing still takes money, although that we're not in the building right now, but We do use the building for a few things, and I use it occasionally. And we will be back together soon enough, I guarantee you. But it's going to look different, and that's okay, because we're creating something brand new. So I hope that you've enjoyed this refresh tonight, this reset button, and I appreciate your support and your participation. And I wish you a most pleasant evening and an awesome next couple of days. It's going to be beautiful weather. So we're just starting into the summer, and it feels like summer inside too. So from my heart to yours, namaste. The place in me that Christ resides salutes that place in you. Make it an awesome night for yourself and the people that you're with, whoever they are. Maybe it's your four-leggeds, or maybe it's just for yourself. God bless you.